Hey guys, how's it going? We're back for another Q&A. 2 weeks in a row, we made it out here, which is exciting. We're getting back into the full swing of filming videos and full swing of Q&As. Life has slowed down.
Thankfully, yes.
It's very, very nice around here. So we've decided that we're going to have a very mellow Thanksgiving and not do anything. We're actually going to pick up Chinese food and eat Chinese food at home alone. So I think that's what we're going to do for our new Thanksgiving tradition. So let's get into it. Before we actually get into it, I want to point out I am holding my hand warmers. If you've been here since last year, I talked about these last year. They were one of my favorite things and one of my favorite things to gift people during the holidays. And so I will put the link to these in the description down below. It's kind of chilly outside right now. And so I like them. I keep them on setting 1. Setting 2 and 3 get really warm, but we went last year to look at Christmas lights in Redding, the Turtle Bay. If you're up in Northern California, go to Turtle Bay, Sundial Bridge for the Christmas lights. I think it starts about now. And it is amazing. They've got like hot cocoa and they've got some alcoholic beverages for the adults. They've got things for the kids. They've got lights, and it takes about an hour to walk through.
It's a really nice tour.
Yeah, but bring hand warmers. I bring the hand warmers, and it's so nice because you just keep them in your hands, in your pockets, and they're so nice. Even when, like, if my legs get cold, I put them in my pocket, and I turn them up to 3, and I put it so that the warmer is, like, facing me. These things are amazing. I am obsessed with hand warmers. So let's get into last week's videos. Last week, we had done a rainy day walk through the garden. Then we did some antique shopping, which you guys are going to see more antique shopping this week. We did garden cleanup, moving the Japanese anemone. We took out the pittosporum because it was attacked. And then the garden day ending abruptly because of a crazy, crazy rainstorm.
We got a downpour.
A downpour of rain. And now, do we have any rain on our 10-day?
Yeah, in the distance. It's probably right at 9 days or 10 days out. Yeah.
Oh, no, it cleared.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we have no rain on our 10-day. But you guys will see some videos this week. We are back to videos are filmed usually 5 up to 7 days at most days in advance. So we like to be about 5 days in advance. So if you guys see it, it usually happened 5 days ago. So you guys are going to see some rainy day weather because we've had kind of a lot of rain lately.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay. Our first video from last week was a rainy day walk through the garden. And the first question was from Kat. And she had said, did anyone else wonder if Robbie picked up the clippers he had laid on the bench? There was a pair he laid his gloves on, but not sure if he had more than one pair. He leaves stuff everywhere. He's like Pigpen from Peanuts. Everywhere he goes, he leaves a trail everywhere around the garden.
Pigpen?
Yeah, Pigpen.
I mean, you're not wrong. No, I did not pick them up.
I did. I can always tell exactly where he's been working in any part of the yard, if I'm out here or home or not.
So no, I did not pick them up. And I will not be picking things up. I think my kneeling pad is still over there. Unless you picked that up for me.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah.
And the next question is from Garden's Glory. And she had asked, hey, Robbie, how do you treat for thrips? They're so tiny and you literally cannot miss one with spray. I have never had them before and had a terrible time with them. P.S. Love the different angles in the shots. Good work, Deanna from Garden's Glory.
Thank you. I'm going to be using insecticidal soap, and I'm going to be using neem oil. I'm going to rotate on them. I deal with them really badly on snapdragons. Anytime I've ever grown snapdragons, I deal with them. I did just pull out my tray of snapdragons that I resowed. I'm having such a hard time with snapdragons. None of them have germinated, and they look awful. So they are just so full of little gnats, and it's not great. So what I think I am going to do is I do have a snapdragon that grew over the summer, and I think I'm going to take cuttings of it. I think it's like the Potomac purple one or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what it is. So I'm going to take cuttings from that one and just start a whole bunch of snapdragons that way because I'm struggling with seeds. I think it's just a learning curve with the greenhouse. But for thrips, I'm going to be alternating weekly between the two on the snaps.
And the next video was We Struck Gold Antique Shopping. And the first question was from Miss Figure. It said, how do you know something is vintage or not?
That's kind of hard. So what's really funny is vintage is anything 20 years old. So anything from 2005 is considered vintage. So that's ouch. But vintage is 20 to 99 years old. Antique is 100 years or older. I kind of use the words interchangeably, which some people get a little frustrated about that one. And then there are items that are new that are made to look vintage, and there's kind of a lot of those items out there. So I've been going to antique shops since I was a little kid. With and without my parents, I've been going to antique shop as a little kid. I just used to just enjoy going, and so you kind of, after a while, just kind of get a feel of what is vintage, what is antique, and so it just kind of it really just takes a lot of time, I think, to really make sure. You can you can flip it over. Usually if it has like new looking tag on the bottom of like where it is made, that's a really good sign. You can also look at like the seams of things to see. So like on metal, you can look where the metal is like how it's like welded. If there's no like rust on it, then it's a really good sign that it's probably something that's new. Or if there's no if there's zero wear and tear on it, it's a really good sign that it is brand new. But there are really good items that like have like some patina to it that are brand new, and you can kind of tell because it looks kind of painted on almost, I would say.
Yeah, I still find myself pulling my phone out and looking at something to see if I can find it online. Mm-hmm. It gives me a good clue too.
Google. So. I use Safari on my iPhone for all my web searches, but Google I have downloaded only to use their Google Lens, and I will snap a photo of it if I am questioning it. And then I will Google Lens it, and then that'll tell you pretty quickly if it's a new item or if it's a vintage item. If you're questioning it, just download Google. Yeah. That works pretty well.
And the next question is from Maria, and she had asked, love it when you two go antiquing. I'm curious as to your interest in old buttons. What would you do with them?
I don't do anything with them. I have a giant cloche full of buttons. Like a very large.
Yes, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000.
There's probably like 1,500 to 2,000 buttons in there.
Yes.
I don't know. I really like them. I think I like them because my grandmother she was somebody who was into sewing, and she had a tin full of buttons. And then my other grandmother, we called her Tutu, and she had jars of buttons, and she had jars of jewelry. She had jars full of everything and vases full of everything, and it was all on her dresser, and I just had the best time going through all of those as a kid. So then I started collecting buttons. So I don't do anything with them.
Should we tell them how you've designed it in the cloche so that if you lift it up, they all pile out onto the ground?
That's crazy. Don't lift up
booby trapped.
Don't lift up my buttons. You have to grab it and then flip it upside down.
I know, every time I dust, I have to like carefully hold it and top and bottom and spoon
every time
it.
You dust?
Oh,
You know what's funny is Grandma used to have a sign on her front door and it said, "Dust is a country collectible."
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, and the last question is from Sherry, and she had asked, are you going to be putting a Christmas tree in the greenhouse?
I would really like to. I don't think that before the new year we're going to be doing the walls and the flooring inside the greenhouse. So I think what I'll do is on this side over here, our neighbors is mowing, so sorry about that. Over here I will be taking out some of the stuff that we have, like the table legs and a few things, and I will put a Christmas tree in there. We can see the greenhouse from our couch and from inside the house, and it is beautiful. And so I think at nighttime having it lit up with a Christmas tree would be really nice. Mm-hmm. But I would like to we have a pencil tree for inside our dining area. We have 2 trees in our house. Inside our less than 1,000 square foot house. I would like to get another pencil tree for inside the greenhouse. I think that would be good. Getting a normal sized tree it's too big.
Yeah.
We can barely fit a normal sized tree inside our house.
All right. And the next video is garden cleanup and moving the Japanese anemone and Christmas light fix. The first question is from Sue Cooley, and she had asked, how are the new finches doing?
Doing great. So far, so good. There's one male that really likes all the females, though.
Mm-hmm. He might have a problem.
Which is funny because usually the finch they don't mate for life, but they're monogamous, so they'll mate with one partner. But then if one partner dies, they will eventually find a new partner. But usually they pair up for life. So there's one male who's about all the females there. So he's a little feisty. He's one of the original males.
And we also built 3 new birdhouses.
He built.
I couldn't stand it. It was driving me crazy. So yeah, I put 3 big birdhouses, Finch houses
Yeah.
in there. And they're a little
Finch
too big for them.
mansions.
Yeah, they're more like mansions.
Yeah.
And filled them with dog hair and straw and you name all the things that they always collect.
Yeah.
So, and a little bit of
It's actually rabbit fur that we have.
rabbit fur.
Rabbit hair.
And coconut. A little bit of
Coconut.
everything.
And
Yeah.
some twigs. They like the twigs a lot. It's funny, there was one twig that was like this long.
And,
And it's this little tiny bird with this really long twig.
and he's flying around with it, trying to get it up high enough and into the house. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No.
They try though. And the next question is from Joel, Lydia, Victoria, and Gabriel. And it says, did I miss what happened to the evergreen shrub that was originally in the gorilla cart?
No. It's on the ground behind us.
Well, what happened to it?
Oh, why it got
Yeah.
pulled out? It was just burning. It just wasn't, it just fried. All of its shade kind of got taken out in the middle of summer, and so it just scorched. It just cooked, and it just looked really bad. And I was like, I'm not going to go all winter looking at that thing.
Yeah.
So I decided to take it out, and it was one that we had bought from Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that during their Christmas thing. I think I actually bought those. And I bought those before Christmas, I think.
Those are the ones
And they
that
were in the front pots. And we bought
Yeah.
those 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they stayed in containers in the front yard for like 5 years or 4 years or something like that. And they just, I don't know. I don't know which kind of arbs they were. So I think they might be ones that get really big. And so
Remember either. Yeah.
I don't think they were meant for our garden anyways.
Yeah.
So it's now in the back. I used part of it in an upcoming project. And there's still some green on it. So I think I'm going to try to use some of it for winter arranging. But there's a lot of burn on it. So I don't know how much I'll be able to actually use.
Yeah. It's pretty fried.
But it's on the ground now.
Yeah. And the last question is from Cynthia. And she had said, why don't you buy a tomato cage and just cut it above the smallest ring? That way, that will give you stakes and about 2 larger rings to hold up the blooms. Inexpensive fix. The rings above the ground will be covered by foliage and blooms. Anyways, you could even spray paint the cage with a fun color or green.
I actually think that's a genius idea. Yeah. So while I have those ones in the terracotta pots, I will pick up a tomato cage this springtime and I will put one in there. Because I think that's a great
Simple
solution.
idea too.
And it's nice because tomato cages are not like in your face. They're not like loud.
They disappear.
They disappear. So I'll probably paint it like a green color if I can't find one in a green color. I don't want like a metal one, but
Yeah.
that's actually a really genius idea. So we will be doing that.
Easy. And the next video was the pittosporum was attacked, mulching and cleanup. And our first question was from Pepperdog saying, maybe contact the company that makes the vibrating mold deterrents you're using and see if they will sponsor you. Maybe you get a discount from them.
A discount would be nice. They're so expensive. We try to be super selective on who we work with as far as ads, especially on YouTube. I don't want to inundate you guys with like sponsorship videos. So we work with, right now I only work with one company. I work with HoseLink. They sponsor one video a month on the channel, which is great. It's super helpful. But I don't think in October or November we did any sponsorships except for our one HoseLink video. And I think we have one coming up, which I'm very excited about. It's a company that has sponsored the channel before. And so that's coming up. You'll see that in December. So December is only going to be HoseLink. And then this one that is coming out, I think that'll be in the very first week of December, which you guys will get to see inside of our house. So I know a lot of you guys will enjoy that. But I try to be super selective about who I work with. But this company, so far, it's worked great. So it actually might be a really good thing to reach out to them. I would like to work with more companies and be sponsored more. It will make it so that these projects don't hurt so much when we do these things. Yeah. So we try to be pretty selective though about who we work with.
Yeah.
So sure. we worked with like Edgerite. They've been one of the main sponsors a lot on the channel. We've only ever had like one plant brand sponsor the channel, Monrovia. They sponsored that a couple years ago. We worked with them for like 3 months. Proven winners will send out perennials, but I buy all my own annuals. I buy shrubs. I buy pretty much
Everything else, pretty much.
every other plant I buy.
Yeah.
So we have very little sponsorship here.
I know. People always say, "Oh, you're getting so many free plants." Well, we do get some.
We get some. Yeah,
we do. It's great.
Proven
but-
Winners last year they sent out a truck that had perennials.
Yeah, it was
so
great.
we got perennials, which was nice. But we buy it. It actually kind of irks me a little bit when people are.
I know. Say, you get everything for free. I'm like, no, we spend more money on our plants than we do for anything else here. Anything else.
We don't. Yeah, we don't get it for free. So, but I will actually reach out to this company because I really do genuinely love the mole spikes, and I do think that they are worth it. Brent has 2 more sitting in our laundry room. We just got to go pick up some more D batteries for those, and then we will get those in the ground. But so far they've worked really great. They are just an investment piece. So I would say, maybe if you are planting something that you're like, okay, look, I know I'm dealing with this issue. I've got this tree that I want in the ground. Let me invest in the 2-pack. It's like $37, $35.
It's like $35. Yeah.
For 2 of them.
Plus $20 in batteries.
Plus $20 in batteries. So just invest in it if you're like, okay, I'm not going to lose this really big thing. So, but for annuals, we're just going to use wire baskets next year because that's a way cheaper solution.
Sure.
So I can throw petunias because the root systems, it can expand, but the roots don't get big. The issue with shrubs, perennials, trees is the root size. The roots, some roots get huge around and that can't fit through a wire basket. So it's really not great.
Right.
So, yes. That was long-winded.
And the last question is from Tanya. And she had said, why is there a telephone pole? Are they still a thing? Yes, they're still a thing. We live in a pretty rural area, and there are no underground lines here at all. And we call it a telephone pole, but it's a power pole, and it still has PG&E power running to the top of it.
PG&E is our electric company.
Is our electric company, yeah. And so there are power poles, telephone poles all over town. That's just because it has never been updated.
We live in the middle of nowhere.
We live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. We're not going to have underground lines for another 30 years.
At the soonest. We barely have internet here.
Yeah.
We actually, when we first started our YouTube channel,
I used to have to drive down the street to upload
we
videos.
Used to have to drive. We drove down the street 10 minutes, and we'd sit in the car for an hour to upload the video. And we would sit in the car. We were uploading, 5 videos a week. And so every single night, we were driving down the way, 10 minutes down the road, and we were just sitting there for an hour
just
uploading videos.
On the side
just
of the
parked
road.
on the, sometimes we would take dinner with us, and we would sit in the car for an hour uploading videos. And that was actually when I was like, I think we need to quit. I was like, we're not seeing any growth on the channel. We're not seeing anything happen on the channel.
Yeah.
And we're spending every single night in the car for an hour. Some videos, if a video was like 20 minutes long, it would take more than an hour. Yeah. And it would just be exhausting. And it would be 10 o'clock at night after both of us got home from work. It was just...
It wasn't fun.
It was not fun.
But yeah, the telephone pole or power pole back here, I would love to get rid of it. We've tried to, I tried to contact PG&E because the previous owner of this property had paid to have it put in for some projects they had going on back here. And the cost to have them come out and take it from the position it's in was terribly expensive.
Because it's technically a privately owned power pole.
Right, I guess that's what they tell us. And so there was a charge on top of a charge on top of a charge to get rid of it. But I think
we can't just cut it down because there is power that runs down to the pole.
There's live power running on it.
So that's another question that we've gotten is like, why can't we just cut it down or cut it to the fence or something like that? So we can't pull off the wires off it. They have to come pull the wires off it, and then we actually have to pay to
have it removed.
So
we have to pay to have the power pulled from it, and then we have to pay to get, of course, but as every year passes, we're getting closer and closer to deciding just to deal with it and get rid of it.
I don't know.
I'm sick of the sight of it.
I'm sick of the sight too, but thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I know. So we just plant in front of it and paint it black at the base, and
we painted it black at fence level, and that's actually helped mask it a ton.
Yeah, it makes it kind of disappear to your eye.
Yeah.
So it's getting better. Kind of.
Okay.
All right, and the last video of the week was, well, the day ended abruptly.
A lot of rain came down really fast.
Yeah.
It was alarming.
First question from there was Michelle, and she said, where did you get your copper birdhouse on the shepherd's hook?
We picked that up 5 years ago. When did we do our cross country?
2021. So
4 years ago?
Yeah.
4 years ago, we drove to Maine, and then we drove back from Maine. And this was, I think we had just started the YouTube channel, like just started it.
Yeah.
And we decided to go up to Oregon. We stopped at Andrews. And so we went to Laura's parents' garden center, and that was one of the things that I bought when we were up there.
That was the end of our trip, right?
That was the very last of our trip. And so we drove. It was a very, very long day because we were going to stay one night up in Oregon or somewhere like that, but there was a fire up there. And so we decided, okay, we're not going to stay up here. And so we decided to just drive home. And I think we had drove like 6 hours out there to get out that way from our previous stop. So we drove 6 hours to get there. We made it there. We hung out there. The garden center was beautiful. It was end of summer, so it was already picked through. And it was great. The staff were really nice.
Yeah.
Picked up the bird feeder. I also picked up a hat, and I picked up the granules that I use for slugs because we could not find it here at all.
Right.
And so that was my very first time using the Slug and Bug from Bonide. That stuff works great. I love that stuff, but it is very pricey. I think I paid $24 back then, which felt like a lot of money back then for that, which I mean, it is still a lot of money. I think it's a lot more now. I want to say it's like $40 for that container, which is crazy. So I picked up the birdseed feeder from there. We've tried finding it on Amazon to link it, and we cannot I can't find a link for it anywhere.
Yeah, people have asked before. It's held up beautifully.
It's held up so
the birds
beautifully.
love it. We have it kind of right in our vision off the living room. So it's
And we have it up really high because we had it low and we were hitting it.
yeah. I was bunking my head on it.
So that's the only reason that it's up really high. There's no like reason for the birds or anything like that.
No. And the next question is from Bonnie, and she said, "Does your cute little supervisor get in the way of planting?" She's laying over here.
In the sun. She's so pretty.
She's never in the way.
She's never in the way. She'll usually come. She'll lay right up against you for a minute.
Just wants a little bit of attention.
At most, yeah. And then she's off. So she's never in the way. A lot of you guys like when I call her ma'am because she really responds to ma'am. That's kind of her like in trouble, like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Is when she gets ma'am. And she like kind of looks at you like, oh, got me. So ma'am is her starting to get in flower beds or her starting to do something that she shouldn't be doing.
Which is really rare, actually.
Yeah.
Very, very rare.
Yeah.
Most of the time, she's just a little bit curious.
Yeah.
So, and all of you, I always ask about Sadie, too.
Yeah.
Sadie's laying way over there in the sun, and she always kind of keeps her distance. She's great.
Very much keeps her distance.
She just does her own thing. I think we're guessing she's 13, 14 years old.
I think she's 14 now.
Yeah, she probably just wants to do her own thing, just be left alone.
She wants to be left in the sun.
And she
That's
just
what she wants.
sunbathes. And she even sunbathes when it's 100 degrees out. So
Which
I
is
don't know.
crazy.
It's just the way she is.
Where we are at, she's usually kind of at the opposite side.
Yeah.
And then if we go over there, she'll like get excited for a minute and she goes away.
Yeah.
She does not enjoy toys. She
No.
does not play with ball. Freya likes ball.
Yeah.
Sadie just wants to be left alone.
Yeah. Got her own tune going on.
Yes.
So.
And snacks.
And
She loves a good snack.
I know where she got that.
Me too.
All right. And the last question from that video is from Pitter Patty. And she had said, "Are you not concerned about the gophers getting these new seedlings? Just wondering why you didn't plant those in wire baskets. As a desert dweller, love working in the rain, or at least watching you do it."
I love working in the rain usually. I laid all of the gravel in our side yard in the pouring down rain. And it was fabulous. I don't overheat. I am somebody who would rather be cold and moving and wet and moving. As far as gopher baskets, there was too many of them to put in gopher baskets. But you guys will see on Monday that I do put a spike in the ground next to the ranunculus. So they do have a spike in them now. So don't worry, they hopefully, fingers crossed, will be fine. Yeah.
We'll watch them really carefully.
We will be watching them really
carefully. The moment
carefully.
we see any kind of movement or activity, they're going to change the name of the game. So
Yeah, I'm not going to lose all of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are happening around here. We are trying to keep a better eye on plants this winter time to just really make sure that we know what's going on. Brent recently ordered a set of 4 of the spikes, so we've got 2 of them more in the garden. 2 of them are sitting in the cabinet. Like I said, we gotta go pick up batteries.
Yeah, so we'll have 8 spikes out. Now hopefully that'll cover it.
Yeah. On Monday, you will also see where I ask you guys to subscribe because we're so close to 50,000 subscribers on the main channel. But we hit it. We hit 50,000 subscribers. We were really shocked. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on the other channel. Thank you for hanging out with us on this channel too. But the other channel to hit 50,000 subscribers was huge. We were coming back from Sacramento. You guys will see that video next week. And we drove down there, and I think we needed like 600 subscribers on our way down there. And we had a short video that started to take off. And it's, if you saw, I've been doing a lot of angel tree shopping, and it's been really fun. The video took off, and a whole bunch of people started subscribing to the channel, and we hit 50,000 as we were like getting into Los Molinos. As we were getting home, I'm like refreshing it, and we hit the 50,000.
Yep,
which was.
It was exciting. It was really exciting. We'd been in the car all day, like talking almost 12 hours of like out and away from home, and coming back the last few minutes.
The last few minutes to hit it.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, we were like a couple streets away from our house when we hit 50,000, which was so cool. So thank you guys for hanging out with us over there. It means the world to us, especially because we get to hang out at home. Yeah, do our own thing. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you all in the next one.
Bye, guys. Oops.
Do you want to read mine?
No, let me just fix this real quick.
Sure, we're wasting film.
You're impossible.